Hey, welcome to Comic Book Straight Talk. I'm Terry the French Tickler French.
Captain Dalian.
And I'm Eric the Knucklehead Eaton. This week we had a request for our top 10 list, starting with bronze to modern age keys, also maybe top 10 variants, and top 10 maybe heroes and villains. We're going to start with the Tickler himself. Terry, what are some of your top 10 for, let's say, key issues?
The first one that comes to mind, I think, is probably key in everybody's mind is Hulk 181.
I think the 181 is probably the number one Bronze Age, as far as price-wise, most expensive key you can have.
Price-wise, Bronze Age, that one. Of course, there's a 35-cent price variant for the Star Wars.
Right, Star Wars number one. So we got 181. What's your next one?
Kind of, as price-wise it goes, I mean, not personal, but price-wise, probably some of the X-Men books, 94 in the giant size.
Okay. Yeah, the 94 is with the first all-new X-Men team lettering. So that's pretty cool. The giant size is the all-new team. They introduced Nightcrawler. Wasn't Colossus in that one?
Storm,
yeah. Pretty cool. So all the people that like X-Men now, that was the kind of the turning of the page for that new X-Men. So there's two more, so you're up to three.
Well, how about Dal? What do you got, Dal?
I believe he said Tickler first, sir.
Yep.
Well, I'm just naming off a few of them.
Well, you got 7 left to go, sir.
See?
All right, of course, first appearance of the Punisher.
Okay, Spider-Man 129.
First appearance of Ghost Rider, Marvel Spotlight 5, Invincible Iron Man 55.
Iron Man 55, that's the Thanos.
Yeah. And Drax.
And Drax, yeah.
And I think the Brothers Blood.
Brothers Blood.
Yep.
What else? What am I up to?
I think you're up to 5.
5?
You can go modern, too.
No, I'm doing bronze right now. What else? Bronze. I don't think what else is in my collection.
So if you want Terry's address, since all these are in his collection, we'll give that at the end of the show.
Yeah, Conan, number 1.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, well, the House of Secrets, 92.
Right. Swamp Thing, first appearance.
Werewolf 32. Werewolf by Night, number 32.
That's your boy, Moon Knight.
Yeah, his boy.
That's the anti-Gothamite. Mr. Moon Knight himself.
Batman 232.
Batman 232, which is Ra's
Can't
al
have enough
Ghul.
of those. Tomb of Dracula 10.
Yeah, old Blade.
I heard they made some movies about him.
Yeah. Maybe he was the first rated R one.
Maybe.
Jimmy Olsen 134.
Okay, Darkseid.
Detective 400.
Okay, Batman Bat.
That's probably enough, isn't it?
Okay, we'll take those as your 10s.
From 5 to 6 all of a sudden.
All right, Captain Dalian, what's on your top 10?
Top 10 bronze ones.
Or you can go modern and copper as well.
Okay,
You can throw in Cloak and Dagger in there if you want, or
Hey, yeah. Spectacular Spider-Man.
64.
I think so, yeah. Marvel Spotlight 5, first Ghost Rider. Batman 232, first, as I said, Ra's al Ghul. Transformers 1.
Oh, Transformers 1, that's pretty cool.
And G.I. Joe 1.
Okay. Now, the Transformers 1, didn't they have 3 printings of it?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Pretty sweet cover, old Optimus on there.
Yep.
G.I. Joe, I like the cover on that too.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me so much of the... Oh, yeah, the tank's real cool.
Yeah.
It always takes me back to the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
And they were always fighting for freedom, wherever there's trouble.
That's right. They're always there.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, obviously Hulk 181, Giant Size X-Men 1, X-Men 94. Actually, Ghost Rider number 2.
Okay.
First Damon Hellstorm.
Yep.
Actually, one I've been kind of wishing I had back again. Looking for one kind of a higher grade. Commandy number 1.
Okay.
New Gods 1.
Okay.
Really, Forever People 1, which is now, as we've discussed in previous shows, first full appearance of Darkseid.
Right. Okay. Very cool.
Cerebus number 1.
Cerebus number 1, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'd have to side with the Hulk 181. I like X-Men 129, the Emma Frost and Kitty Pryde, and then Sebastian Shaw.
Hellfire Club.
Yeah, the Hellfire Club.
Started the Dark Phoenix saga.
I like X-Men 101, First Phoenix. That's pretty cool. Batman Adventures 12 for Modern Age. That's a good one. First Harley Quinn. Walking Dead number 1 for really Modern Age.
Mm-hmm.
Walking Dead number 1's probably the number 1 book for Modern Age as far as price-wise. And there's actually the earlier ones, I believe, were the white lettering with black behind where it said mature readers.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second half of the print run was black with white, which is kind of cool because I think there's only 7,300 made for that. Oh, I do like Spider-Man 129. I like Spider-Man. Well, no, that would be Silver Age, so we won't go Silver Age. I do. Oh, Iron Man 55. That'd be silver. So we better kick out.
Yeah,
Kick
I
out
think I
Terry.
named enough of them then.
I do like the Tomb of Dracula 10. I like the cover. It's pretty sweet. The Werewolf by Night 32. It's another pretty sweet looking cover. Smaller keys.
Oh, Iron Man 55 was bronze, wasn't it?
What's that?
55 was bronze.
I don't think so.
If only we had a way to figure that out.
Yeah, if there was only they could call it a net.
Yeah.
You could do it state to state, almost an internet.
Yeah.
But if we only had access to internet. No, let's see what else there is. What is it? Brave and Bold 200 is the first katana.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a pretty decent key, especially with the Suicide Squad. Detective 474.
Iron Man 55, 1973.
Okay, well, Iron Man 55, he's back to Bronze Age now.
Yep.
So Terry's safe.
Well, what about Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns?
Oh, Dark Knight Returns is a really good one.
Modern,
Key.
yeah. You're talking about modern? Yeah.
Modern keys. Killing Joke is another good modern key.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles, the 84.
Albedo number 2.
Yeah.
Usagi
Yojimbo.
Who doesn't like old Usagi?
Iron Fist 14.
Yeah, first Sabretooth.
Yeah.
Iron Fist 14 is a pretty good one. The cover's pretty cool. Marvel Premiere 15, the first Iron Fist. It's pretty neat. Always make sure they got the Marvel value stamps.
Yep.
Amazing Spider-Man 300.
Yeah, Spidey 300, that's a good one. First full Venom. But, I like a lot of the McFarlane ones, which actually in his 1990 series, it's pretty neat. If you look where he signed, he started Spider-Man back at 1, where he signed his name, there's a number, and that number actually shows how many small spiders he drew onto the cover. So,
Really?
yeah, it's pretty neat. A lot of people don't know. There's one cover that he didn't write a number at all because he has so many spiders on it. He could keep track. But if you look on the cover, it's kind of like the guy that did Catwoman.
Jim Ballard.
Yep. Same kind of concept. The spiders were a little easier to spot than some of the cats. Some of those cats were pretty tricky. But those are some keys for sure.
For modern age, you got your New Mutants 98, your New Mutants 87.
Yeah, the first Deadpool and Cable.
First Cable.
Which in
X-Force
the
11.
X-Force 11, yeah.
First
full Domino, yeah. Because she did make the cover of 98, New Mutants 98.
Well, that was Copycat, though.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
Well,
Yeah.
you kind of not the same thing, but you kind of want to get New Mutants 86 because Cable actually appears in there first, like several pages before 87.
It has dialogue, I think, right?
It has dialogue, yes.
Which actually on 87, if you're unfamiliar, if it's the reddish orange cover, it's the first print. Then they came out with a second print that's gold. A lot of Marvel comics did that at that time. There was a bunch of X-Men that came out with a gold cover, and there's some like Ghost Rider 15 came out with a gold cover. There's some Pressman variants. Speaking of variants, do you guys have top 10 variants that you guys like? I know you would go with the Granat variant for Moon Knight.
No, I would.
Tickler.
My number one, my personal variant is the St. Cabbage Moon Knight number 1.
Which one is that? What's he doing on it?
It's
Is it the throne
He's
one?
on the throne, yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet one. Captain, you got any sweet variants?
Why don't you draw a picture of Moon
Well, before we switch over to variants, so we left off a
in the
couple,
bathroom.
a couple of unique ones like Bone number 1 and Grendel.
Bone number 1 is
appears in Primer number 2.
Yeah, Bone number 1, there's...
Were those in your top 10 picks? Your top 10?
Well, this one talking to modern age.
Oh, that's right. He
did bronze. Now, is he going to do copper, though? He can't skip the copper.
No.
Well, we can't forget Miracle Man either.
Right, there's Miracle Man. Now, you know what I wonder, though? Okay, modern age, what is going to come after modern age? Because, it's like the longest running age there is. Right, Silver Age, 55 to 69? And then you had the Bronze Age, from 70 to 80,
83, I think.
82, 83. Then you had the Copper Age from 83 to 90, maybe, 89, 90. Now you've got modern age forever. So I wonder if they're going to come back and rename it.
Well, eventually, I'm sure they'll decide on some sort of name.
Super modern age, modern or Generation Z age, something like that. So, any other variants?
Variants.
Variants. Go, Terry. French. Tickler. Go.
You're on.
Come on, Finn.
Oh, man, I don't know. Well, St. Cabbage is, like I said, my favorite. But probably one of the most popular ones, probably the most expensive one, is that I can't think of that.
The DK3.
No, not that one.
That is a pricey variant. Now, if you're interested in buying one, we might be able to help you.
That one. The Mary Jane is Venom cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is. I can't remember what issue that is.
603.
But that one's a pretty cool cover. But that one just, man, that's crazy.
It is a pretty crazy price.
Currently, that Del Otto pink variant for the Harley cover is hot right now.
Yeah, a lot of Harley variants, usually are pretty safe bet. There are some that really don't care about.
As I said, I think one of my top 10 variants is the Ashton Witter Harley Quinn variant.
Yeah.
I like some of the Scotty Young variants he's done.
I like some of his artwork. It's pretty cool. Some of it's pretty funny.
J. Scott Campbell does pretty good Spider-Man variants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got a lot of variants that are like, as far as money goes, I mean, they're really up there. A lot of his Deadpool variants are worth quite a bit.
Now he did some work on Gen 13, which those you can still pick up fairly inexpensive if you want some early J. Scott Campbell. And then didn't he do some Danger Girl as well?
He created Danger Girl.
As a matter of fact, Danger Girl #2, the Ruby variant is a very expensive variant.
Okay, that's in Tickler's top 10.
That's not my top 10. I'm just
Okay.
mentioning that is a very expensive variant.
Well, the title of the show is Top 10. So
I
it's got to be in your top 10 somewhere then.
There's one that I didn't get because Dow sold all of them, but it's pretty cool covers. The Wolverine variant edition, the Deadpool variant edition.
Oh, yeah, where he's dressing up as Deadpool.
Deadpool, that's in my...
Yeah, what's funny on
that's
that,
a
though,
really
is
awesome
you had to go around and get covers or something from all these DC books, from the one I'm thinking of, or some Marvel books.
Oh, is that the black with the...
Yeah, with him standing there.
Yeah, see, I had a chance to buy that for like $1,600, and I should have because it was going for like $3,000 at the time. I didn't realize that.
Well, what's bad is people that did that. There's not that many out there, but then...
Yeah, you had to send like
months.
50 or 55 covers.
Yeah. Then 3 or 4 months later, Diamond sent like 4 to the shops. And so...
Because nobody was tearing up their comics.
Nobody was getting
Right.
so Diamond just sent them free, So I ended up picking like 3 of them up. And
What?
I did. I know. I sold them like that real quick.
Wow.
And now they're just going for crazy money.
Yeah.
You can't
It's
say
okay.
that yourself.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I made my money.
Another one of my favorites, the Batman #608. I wish I had that one. That's just awesome.
Oh,
The Jim Lee variant, yeah.
Man, I recently had that one, actually.
Variant, the actual...
Oh, the retailer one?
The retailer incentive variant?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Any other variants?
Another one, most of these are really expensive ones I'd love to have is that Batman Superman #4 Michael Turner German variant.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
That's recently got hot.
No, it's been hot for a while. That one I've been watching for some time.
Is that the one with Supergirl on it?
It is one Supergirl.
That is
It's one of my
pretty cool
favorites.
cover.
The We Can Never Go Home #1 is an awesomely cool variant.
No.
That is a cool
Captain said no.
The one with the skull on it and the hand.
Oh,
man.
I was about the mixtape cover.
No,
Okay.
the one with the skull and the handguns is amazing. I don't like the Walking Dead 100 Lucille, the non-Ruby variant.
Not a fan of The Walking Dead.
No.
Well, you're a fan of The Walking Dead, just
I'm
not
a fan of The Walking Dead, yeah, but, that variant.
You know what's funny, those people who are listening to the show, Terry's got his computer up looking at all his variants that he likes, because he couldn't remember what they were.
Well, I left my list at home, so.
Mm-hmm.
Now that variant right there, it's a Spider-Man #1, the Chromium variant. That is a cool variant. It's a pricey one.
I remember you used to be able to order those back in the 90s through Diamond.
Yeah, that's a sweet, sweet variant.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Because they did one for the Hulk 181, I believe. They've done one. They did one for X-Men 1. I want to say FF48, I think they did one for.
Man, here's a little redhead.
The Red Hood.
Red Hood,
Yeah, that's
Red
an
Hood.
awesome variant. The Matina 1/25 variant.
Mm-hmm.
Another Guardians of the Galaxy Gamora Campbell 1/50 variant. That's an awesome variant. The
When you're,
some of those Grim Fairy Tale ones are pretty cool, like the Slave Leia one. That's awesome.
Now, when you're looking for variants, do you shop more for cover or more for artist? What do you do, Tickler?
Either.
Either? Okay, that's
It's
really
usually-
indecisive and doesn't help
usually-
us at all.
They usually kind of. If I had to pick, probably just cover.
What do you pick?
It
Either.
usually tends to be an artist that I like, though. So.
What do you think it is about a certain variant? Because there's some that are, actually a low print as far as having to order, like, some 1/25s and 1/15s that skyrocket in value versus, like a 1/200 or something like that that's just kind of stagnant. What do you think it is about certain variants that make them just shoot up?
Part of it's who's doing it, the artist, and the other part is just how cool people think of it. And then there's a lot of people that just speculate, so they just buy it because it's a low print run. So.
Okay. How about you, Captain Dalian? Do you like artist or cover?
I don't really do a whole lot of the variants myself personally, so it's just if it strikes my eye.
Okay. I like Books A Million offers a lot of the fried
I
pie.
have a lot of fried pies.
I like a lot of the fried pie. Some of that stuff's pretty cool. I got some of the Vader Down ones that were pretty sweet. And then there's been some Harley ones that are pretty cool. Some other, different titles for the fried pies that I've liked. I haven't picked them up, but the Vader ones and Harley ones I picked up. But I think those are pretty sweet. When I look for variants, it's cover. Yeah. I'm horrible with artist names and who did what and all that.
Eye appeal, fun cover, yeah.
Oh yeah. So the eye appeal is for me.
The top artists do the variant covers.
Right, so but I mean, when you shop though, I didn't know if you look for more of the artist or more of the cover, but you do either. So you're indecisive and unhelpful.
There's also the Adam Hughes covers, the Supergirl and Legion.
Did you see the thing at the show about Adam Hughes? He was signing the cover. I think it was at Baltimore Comic Con, and it was faked.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there was a Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn
number one.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
He bought the person had bought from the dealer, from another dealer, Harley Quinn number one, and Adam Hughes was there. And the dealer had just done a photocopy and put it over, I think, a Suicide Squad number one issue and sold it for a high dollar amount. And then as soon as Adam pulled it out of the bag and board, the thing just separates. The fake cover separated from the rest of the book.
Wow.
And what do you do if you're that person? I'd be pretty upset.
Superior Spider-Man number 20 is another beautiful Campbell cover.
Oh, the one with the Black Cat?
The one with Black Cat is playing. It's got Spider-Man as a ball of yarn. His head is a ball of yarn. That's just awesome cover.
J. Scott Campbell, he's probably one of the better tiered variant cover artists, I think.
The one I like, but I'm surprised is really so much, is the Wonder Woman number 38 with the Finch 1 in 100 variant. It's a nice cover. It's a beautiful Finch cover, but I don't know if it's... I'm guessing only because it's 1 in 100. It just doesn't strike me as being any better than just some normal Wonder Woman covers.
Now, you like Finch a lot, don't you?
I like a lot of Finch. I don't know anybody that doesn't like a lot of Finch.
He did some pretty cool Moon Knight stuff. His 06 series in Moon Knight.
That was an awesomely beautiful run.
Those covers were pretty sweet.
The Black Widow, number 6, Campbell, Kiss or Kill variant. Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. Let's check that one out.
So when you see a variant, when do you think, as far as any kind of investment-wise, when do you think the best time is to buy it? When it's brand new and everyone's speculating on it?
No, I think.
Or do you think give it a few weeks?
Buy it, maybe probably about 3 weeks to a month later.
See if it holds
value.
And
people are going to say, "What?" Because variants, they're flash in the pans, basically.
Right.
On most of them. Now, granted, like I said, the Black Cat playing the ball with a ball of yarn, it has more legs on it than. Some of them. So there's some variants that are going to be, could be found cheap, like I said, a month later. There's some that may be higher a month later. So
it seems like the Scott Campbell's.
It depends on,
buy what you like.
If you like the
personal collection, buy it.
And you like the cover and you can get it at a decent price, the variants, $1 to $25, somewhere around there, in that range. Might as well pick it up.
So now if they're unfamiliar, what do you think the best way to actually try to purchase a variant? Do you think you go to the store owner and say, hey, for this run, I know this is coming out. Do I need to order, $25 so that way I can guarantee this variant? Or, how do you guys work your variants? Or
yeah, you're just gonna talk with the person running the store and tell them you're interested in this and see if you can work out a deal with them. Most of them will see what they can do for you. Most of them will also just, if they don't have anybody that wants it, they'll just put it up at a certain price, whatever they deem it's worth. Yeah, it's either that or try to grab it real fast when it comes on eBay for the best amount that you can get. I wouldn't, spend a ton of them,
Most 1 in 50 variants, or 1 in 25s, 1 in 50s, you're going to pay about $30 a pop for, or more. 1 in 15s, you're going to pay probably about 15 to 20, somewhere in there, maybe 10. But anyway, another variant that I've had several times, and it's one of the ones that it kind of goes back to the Campbell Gen 13.
Right.
Was the when they did the first Gen 13, they had the 13 different variant covers. And the lingerie cover.
Okay.
Was one that I In fact, every few years I'll get one and end up holding on to it for a while and I'll sell it off or something. Then I end up going back and trying to find one, so because it's just a really awesome cover.
One book I need to complete my Gotham City Sirens, and it's a very hard book to find, is the 1 of 25 Gotham Sirens #1 variant. It's hard to find what I'm wanting to pay for it.
What are you wanting to pay for it? What does it go for? What's it sell for?
Averaging raw about 200 and graded, 500.
And you're wanting to pay about $6.
Yeah, roughly.
So,
you know the ticket.
Right. If you have one that you'd like to sell,
Or give away.
Terry's good for $5. Yeah. $5 or less, you got it sold.
I'd probably pay around, I don't know,
$20.
$20.
$20.
20 bucks or less.
20 to 50.
20 or less, and he'll even include an autograph.
I'm not gonna go crazy and spend $100 on that particular cover. As much as I wanted to complete the run.
Now, going back with more Bronze Age, Modern Age, Copper Age keys, have you guys noticed any that have depreciated greatly in value?
Some of them go back and forth. Like right now, it's hot is the first appearance of Deathstroke in Teen Titans #2, but it would go down. It would go hot and a little cold and hot again.
But ever since the Arrow debut, it's kind of steadily gone up.
Right.
It hasn't really gotten cold.
Star Wars #1 seems to
it kind of went heat, and then kind of simmered right about there.
Right.
So, and now it's gotten hotter again because of the announcement of him being in the
Justice League.
movie. Right?
Yeah, Batman, man.
I got one of those if somebody would like to trade for Gotham City Sirens.
Oh, brother.
You have a case, don't you?
Short box.
Short box full of them, yeah.
Now I've noticed X-Men 221, first Mr. Sinister. I've seen it started going back down.
Yeah, it's
it went back down pretty quick, actually.
The X-Men 266, first Gambit, it's gone down.
Runaways #1, up
Runaways
and down.
yeah. Star Wars #1, that's probably been the biggest, just jump off a cliff, going from 2,500 to nothing kind of deal. And if you bought a CGC 98, you paid 2,200. Sorry, maybe Rogue One or Episode 8 will help you out.
Well, maybe they bought it for a personal collection. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, most of the variants I get, I get them for my
To me,
personal
one thing I
collection,
don't
so.
understand is, and I understand the key first issues, and we mentioned it earlier in the Bronze Age ones, Iron Fist 14.
Right.
With first Sabretooth, right. But the character Sabretooth now has gone a complete 180 from that character. It's not the same character he was.
Right.
Has no relevance anymore to when back in the 90s he was everywhere.
Yeah.
80s, 90s he was everywhere. Now he's not so much, and I don't know. I look for that book to kind of start tanking down.
I've noticed some it's gone down a little.
Mm-hmm.
Especially graded.
Well, now I've got one, it's going to go down. So.
All it takes though is for him to be in a popular series, not movie, but even just comic books. He'll be back up there. He's just a popular enough character.
Well, he's Wolverine now.
Right. He's just a popular enough character
now.
that he's always going to be worth something. I don't think he's going to go down that much.
He's not the villain he was. He's a hero now.
No, I think
sort of like the X-Men 244.
You haven't read the newest issues lately, have you? Since the whole Axis when he's become basically Wolverine.
Just because he becomes a hero doesn't mean the book's going to go down in price.
But it just doesn't, like I say, it doesn't have the relevance as it once used to. I don't think.
He's not a big villain anymore.
Mm-mm.
You root for him instead of going, ugh.
I think you're wrong. He's still
I don't
awesome.
know. I'm going with the captain on this one.
The
captain's more decisive.
That's okay, though.
I think X-Men 244, First Jubilee, it's gone down.
Oh, yeah, you can get that in $1 box.
Oh, man. That would be my kind of tip is a lot of the X-Men books.
Right now, the X-Men's have kind of
It's going down. The movies help it right before, or if someone, gets a sneak peek of, they're going to, do,
Mr. Sinister. First Psylocke.
Oh, yeah. First Psylocke, 256.
Not the first Betsy Braddock and Captain Marvel, or Captain Britain, but, the first Psylocke in New Mutants,
Oh, yeah, New Mutants,
that book,
Annual 2.
before Apocalypse came out, shot through the roof high.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, not so much.
Right.
Calm down.
Well, the other one is, the reason it will probably not go down much ever is because you just can't find that book.
I never said it wasn't. I never said it wouldn't.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just making a statement.
Yeah, I agree. It won't go down.
It's a UK book.
Right. Oh, yeah.
It's oversized. It's hard to store.
That's why I
it's
specified
hard to
not
find.
hurt.
Right,
Not
that's
that
right.
big,
I'm
Right.
just,
Right,
elaborating on
Right,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
I don't need the boxing gloves
I would
that
say
No, no
Uh,
boxing gloves needed, not yet.
tip wise, I would probably try to get some more of your X titles at lower prices. It seems, and I don't know why, but it seems they're more. Well, maybe the reason why is because they're only driven mainly by movies. I mean, all those X-Men 266 came out in like '89. I mean, it's Gambit's been around forever. He hadn't been a huge, strong role. I mean, he's had his own independent series.
That book you can find if you just be patient and look around. You can find that book cheap all the time.
I would
Don't
be
spend big
leery.
money on that book.
Two of the New Mutants '87 Cable. I'd be leery of that. I've seen a lot of people, after Deadpool.
Since he's going to be in it, and they're getting the casting now, the book's going to shoot higher up. Now if you can find it on the cheap, get it.
Right.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
I got one of those I need pressed.
So, well.
That's a later show.
No, I would be a little leery of characters that have been around forever that, due to movie reasonings, are going to shoot up. Just because long term it's going to save you money by not jumping on the hype bandwagon.
What are top 10 lists we got going here? We're going to do
Villains and superheroes.
yeah, top
Who's your top 10?
Who's your top 10 villains?
We'll go with the bad guys.
Villains?
We got to go with the
Yeah,
paper.
who are your
folks.
bad
We got
guys?
some paper out.
Yeah.
Terry's got
Alright.
a little paper.
Okay.
His
Top is
post-it
number
notes.
one, I'm sure, right?
No, this isn't really in any particular order.
Okay.
So how could it be a top 10 list?
It's
Order, sir.
10 villains.
10 villains.
10 villains, okay.
No
10 villains.
order.
All right, we got the Ra's al Ghul,
Okay, Ra's al Ghul. He's a scary guy.
yeah.
League of Shadows.
Dark Phoenix,
Ooh, she's crazy.
Venom,
Okay, he's a pretty cool guy though.
Green Goblin, Darkseid,
They should kill him off.
Thanos, Loki, Doctor Doom, and Joker. And honorable mentions are Galactus, Lex Luthor, and Magneto.
Now-
So that's sort of my top 10.
What about Ego? Did he not? He's a planet.
He's not a villain that I want to put in my top 10.
I mean,
Is he in your top 10?
no, but he should have got an honorable mention.
Ego
That's
does
Ego.
The villain?
Galactus.
I don't.
Come on,
I
the
kind of
Great
do
Devourer.
not consider Galactus a villain.
That's why I was worried. It's a villain list. You put him
You
as a
put on a
villain.
villain
That's
list
why I mentioned him as an honorable mention.
as a
On a
villain.
villain.
Some people consider him a villain. I don't necessarily consider him a villain.
No, he's not a villain because
Terry's list doesn't make any sense.
His need to eat. You
He's
know?
villainous, right?
Terry's list is just
Wow.
basically name 10 characters you've heard of.
Basically, yeah.
Spider-Man's on there. It's Superman. He's a villain. Either Terry
All
doesn't
right, Gal.
understand
Okay,
villain.
what's your top 10?
Red Skull, Joker,
Oh, Red Skull's he's a scary guy.
yeah, Loki.
Okay, these are 3 villains so far that are
Yes,
actually villains.
Yes, Darkseid,
Okay.
obviously. Thanos. Yeah, Ra's al Ghul's a good villain.
Okay.
You're up to 6.
Oh, well, Professor Zoom. Or
Oh.
Reverse Flash.
Yeah,
Reverse Flash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good villain for him, yeah. Sinestro,
Okay, Sinestro's a good one.
he's a good villain.
Mhm.
Lex Luthor is a good villain, yes.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
He's a smart guy. He's a conniving villain.
He is a conniving villain.
He's kind of a Mariette person, kind
Right.
of plays with all
A
the
little
villains.
puppet master.
Yeah. One of my fun villains, I think, is just scary. Is
Shredder?
no,
Slapstick?
no. Gorilla Grodd.
Oh, Gorilla God, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a smart little monkey.
He is. I mean, monkeys, they
Monkeys?
they could be scary.
They could be scary.
Mm-hmm.
They fly in
You
the
got
Wizard of
one more.
Oz.
Oh, I got. Or you kept track of mine so
I was
far. Okay.
keeping track. You're
Okay.
trying to keep track of mine. Yeah.
But Tals are actually villains. Just throw an ego. Just throw out ego.
There you go.
Ego's not a villain. He's a planet.
And people are gonna laugh, but MODOK.
MODOK, okay. Yeah.
MODOK could be kind of,
I don't think Red Skull's a villain.
Red
There you
Skull
go.
is a
No,
villain.
he's not a villain.
What?
He's just trying to make things right for his.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
Lord.
Here we Galactus.
So what
Okay.
of these characters? What makes them good villains?
Well, if I were to name
Don't
a
wanna
few
root for
others,
him, really,
what
but
about Carnage? I like Carnage as a villain.
Carnage, and Venom's a good one too.
Venom's a good one.
Yeah.
I like Carnage a lot. Spider-Man 361 for those that want to pick up that issue.
Mhm.
Carnage is pretty good. But what makes a villain? If they're, of course, if they're mean.
What makes a good villain? I mean, what
I think if
makes
they can
them-
outsmart, if they use intellect,
Mhm.
like the Juggernaut, villain, but he's not the smartest. Bizarro, he's a villain. I mean, are you going to sit down and play chess with Bizarro? You're going to win.
To me, I think a villain is somebody you can somehow, on some level, you're going to be able to relate to them.
Yeah, I think it'll be basically almost like your opposite. Like all your
Well,
like
Joker's
he's got
Batman's opposite to some
Right.
degree.
Here we go, Gotham. Here we go. We're back to Gotham, guys. What else is going on in Gotham? We're going to take a side break and go on Gotham.
Nothing's going on in Gotham.
Jeez.
Batman's got it handled. He finally got through the Justice League stuff. He got back to Gotham to make sure things are being taken care of.
Oh, brother. But no, I think I
think a
understand.
villain is someone that you can not relate to, obviously, because I'm kind of making
I
worse.
said on some level
You're
you
going to go out
can
and rob
relate to
banks
him.
now or something.
No,
or
that's not how
I think a
Yeah.
villain challenges and pushes
He
your limits
pushes the hero. Yeah.
to really expand and show what kind of hero you are.
Well,
Batmite, oh my goodness! Before Batmite, Batman, what was he doing? He was helping cats out of trees. He was making sure the paperboy got it on your porch. Batmite shows up. Oh man!
Mr. Mixaplick also.
Yep. Oh,
Mr.
Mr. Blake. Oh man!
Can you say his name backwards?
Can you?
No, I
I
can't. I'm just asking.
Man, Batmite was a game changer in the world of Batman.
Then it became not all about Gotham.
Right. So then, what are your top 10 heroes?
Batman.
Yeah,
Number one.
What about his brother?
In
Moon Knight?
order?
No, I didn't know we were doing
He
top
knows.
10
He
heroes.
knows Batman is number
Yeah,
one.
Batman is number
Batman's
one.
number
Yeah.
one. Moon Knight's probably number two.
Batman, Moon Knight.
Who do you relate to the most, actually? If Terry was a hero,
I find Batman and Moon Knight the most interesting.
like when you look in the mirror, you're like, I could be Batman.
Who isn't Batman if you're not Batman? You gotta be Batman.
Let's hear how do you talk like Batman? Let's hear your Batman
I
voice.
don't talk like Batman.
Come on, let's hear the Batman voice. Batman. Come on, Terry. Let's get it one time. That way we can have it
I've
recorded.
never talked like Batman.
Come
I don't know why you
Come on, Terry.
think I've talked
Get
like
the Batman voice. You got laryngitis.
No,
What
Batman.
happened, Batman?
Yeah.
So, okay, Batman and Moon Knight are two of your heroes. Who are your other heroes?
Well, probably even. I love the question. One of my
Okay.
top.
I was going to ask you that.
The question's amazing. It was amazing. The Denny O'Neil series. Like Hawkeye.
You like Spider-Man?
I like Spider-Man. Yeah.
What about Hulk?
Hulk's nice, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, that's Hulk.
But I don't know. Do you classify Hulk as your normal hero? Your standard hero? I mean, he's just mad. He beats up stuff and
He's not always mad. He's Banner, but then he gets mad.
right. But that's the key to it. He's always angry.
Sure.
Yep. Didn't you see the movie?
Well, so's Batman. Batman's always angry.
Yeah, Batman is angry. He never
Anymore,
sleeps.
Batman is always
He
angry.
never sleeps. He doesn't fist bump anybody.
No, Batman is not fist bump.
Nope. So, any other heroes you like?
Oh yeah, there's just
Do you like Superman?
no, not so much.
What?
Yeah,
It's Superman.
I'm not a big Superman fan.
Ugh.
Swamp Thing, of course, is awesome.
Okay, Swamp Thing's cool.
Man Thing. is
Okay.
cool.
Do you like Man Thing?
I like the character Man Thing. That's pretty
Okay. Well, that's good. So, Captain Dow, you took it there.
Cool. I like
Captain Dow, you took it there.
the Manhunter, Mark Charles Manhunter.
Okay, Manhunter's pretty good.
Well, also
How about the
not
Green
just Mark
Arrow?
Charles, Green Arrow's awesome.
Green
yeah.
Lantern?
I'm not so. No, I'm not a big fan of Green Lantern.
Who, if you could be any superhero, who would you be? Just Batman?
Batman.
Who would you be, Captain Dalian?
Hulk.
Would you beat up Batman? Like, because there was a series where Batman did beat up Hulk.
You're the one shot.
Yeah.
Yep, it was a one shot. Because after that, Hulk was so mad, he said, "Never again." And Batman said, "Why, Hulk? Why?" I think it would be cool to be Superman. If you guys were a hero, would you do good? Or would you, like, use your powers for your own personal good?
Yes and no.
Dell has to think about
I
it.
had to think about it. Yeah. Yes.
Sounds like, what can I get away with?
I'll get away with here. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I'd do good.
I'd probably do both.
Okay.
You do both? How do you do both?
Well, he would help the cat out of the tree, but if he was low on funds, he might rob a bank.
He'd help the cat out of the tree
that far.
and then rob him.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me all your catnip.
I'll take all the kibble.
Yeah. Kibbles and bits and bits and bits.
No, I mean, like you said, I would do good. And some other times, that you have to do it for
Your own personal
your own
good.
personal good. Hey,
So you want to be a Mr. Fantastic.
And yeah, you didn't mention you're big
Yeah.
Fantastic Four fan. You didn't mention them as your
No
heroes.
Thing. Nothing.
I actually didn't mention any heroes.
Yeah, he
We're
didn't
waiting
mention
on you
heroes.
to finish.
Well, it's not Fantastic Four. That's for sure.
Oh.
I don't know. I read so many independents now. I don't read a lot of superheroes. I'm trying to think what superheroes I've been reading. Like I
What
said,
about Nightwing?
Oh, you stumped
Flash.
the tickler with his own question.
I know. Wasn't my question. We're talking about villains now. We're doing superheroes. Nightwing's okay.
You like the
It
Flash?
depends if Nightwing is being emo or not. Yeah.
The Tickler's not a fan of emos. Captain
She's
Dahlia's not a
reading
fan
emo.
of Doctor Who.
Yeah, I don't like Doctor Who.
Okay, so
Who ever said that?
Yeah, he did.
he's just tired of seeing all the cosplay.
Cosplay.
Cosplay Doctor
Cosplay.
Who. But, so key issues, top
Red
10s.
Tornado.
Who?
Red Tornado's
Red
awesome.
He's
Tornado's
still coming
good.
to the top 10
Oh.
list.
I'm
of
still
heroes,
working on my heroes still.
Jeez. Okay,
I
yeah,
don't
go ahead.
know.
Red Tornado, Nightwing, if he's un-emo, Flash, if it's
Flash is pretty awesome.
Barry Allen, Flash. Not Wally West, Flash.
Doom Patrol is
Doom
amazing.
Patrol.
Doom Patrol's amazing.
He likes the Teen Titans. He likes Doom Patrol. He doesn't like
That's
X-Men.
not so big on Doom Patrol. Though.
That's not a key issue.
What?
Detective Comics presents 20.
For Doom Patrol?
Teen Titans.
Oh, yeah.
DC Teen Titans.
Yeah, DC Teen Titans. First Teen Titans. So anything else to add?
I don't think so.
Recoup, Bronze Age, Modern Age, get a Hulk 181. Make sure the Marvel value stamp.
Yeah, I gotta check out your Marvel Value Stamp.
Make sure it's just Sheena, I believe, in Hulk, because that was part of you had the little special giveaways that you could actually cut those out. That's why. I mean, at the time it was commonplace to cut them out.
Were they all the same one?
Yeah.
Because I've heard different. I heard it one Sheena.
It's
Heard
always
some?
I think it's Sheena, the girl, running in there
Yeah.
every issue. I've had it.
I was always someone else.
Yeah, I was happy to get my 181 so I could finish my Marvel Value Stamp collection.
Did you cut it out?
I cut it out and put it in my
You did,
my
yeah.
stamp collection.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a full run of them.
Well, it's pretty neat.
Well, if you got that whole stamp collection, that's worth quite a bit.
Well, there you go.
Oh.
So
Probably not as
181.
much as that 181 is.
Yeah, don't buy a 181 to cut it out. Iron Man 55 is a good one. BA 12, Batman Adventures 12.
NYX3.
NYX3 is definitely one I think long term will be pretty good as they develop her.
Yep.
And we see her in the movie.
Werewolf by Night 32.
Werewolf
is
by Night
so
32.
hot right now. It's insane.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
I really don't either. I mean, I love the character,
It's
but I think
speculative.
it's got to be speculation. It's shot up all those Moon Knight variants, the Grenav and the St. Cabbage variant. They're just crazy expensive now.
No, those are because they're 150.
Well, I know they're 150 and 175, but they were still before the Moon Knight really started getting super hot. They were selling for $40.
Right. Yeah, it's
And then
definitely
once
the Werewolf by Night.
once Moon Knight started getting speculated, that shot up these
Yeah,
more
'cause
rare variants.
those in like 2.0s to 3.5s are selling for $300, $400. 5.5s are selling around $5. It's crazy. It's a book on the rise. If you can find a decent copy, I would pick it up, preferably ungraded. It's
You can always talk to
usually
Seth. I think he has a few copies.
right. Seth has 26 copies, I think.
He has a short box of
So,
them.
The New Mutants 98, Deadpool. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it is a key issue that if you can get it low enough, it's definitely dropped off in value.
Big time. It dropped.
If you can get it for, I'd say about $100 to $200 range,
There are a few-
ungraded, you're probably pretty safe if it's nice grade, like as far as condition wise.
Most books after the movie comes out just start plummeting.
Right, because all the
And then
speculators
there's some
have
of
sold
them,
off to the people that wanted it.
Right. And then there's some of them that you got to realize that you got to give them still. Go ahead and hold on to, because over time they're going to slowly start getting their price back up again.
Right.
Like Batman Adventures 12, it dropped off after the movie, but it's going to continue to rise
But
over time.
it's
New Mutants
constantly
98
carried.
slowly, I think, over time is going to rise back again.
I mean, I think there will be those
It's
10 to 20 modern age keys that will build. I don't know if they'll build like a Hulk 181, but that's always been a pretty decent book. Nothing where it is now, but it's always been a higher end book. If you can pick up a Marvel Premiere 15, you're pretty safe on that. Iron Fist 14, even though you're pretty safe on it. If you can find a decent copy for, I'd say under $100, you're doing fine. There's a lot of key issues that aren't too expensive that I would definitely pick up if you can price them. Make sure you check sold listings. Make sure you check, what are people offering on, the different Facebook auctions, Instagram auctions, and just kind of get a median. And if you can get at that median or less, I think you're doing fine. If it's a key issue that they just announced, like the Deathstroke with the Teen Titans 2, I would probably, if you can, hold off. I think it'll be a book that will build, and then dump right after the movie. But, will it
if you are going to
be
sell,
as low?
wait about it, a few weeks before the movie, then sell it.
Right. As far as picking up one, I don't know if I'd go out and spend $500 to pick up a nice copy now.
No, absolutely
to try to make money off of it.
I've seen a lot of people doing that though. They're now buying it when they should have already looked into buying one.
Oh yeah, according to Terry, you should have already all had your comic collection. If it was made last week, you should already own it. Anyway, we got a contest coming up or no?
Yes, we do. So every show we're gonna do a keyword, and what we'll do is like our Facebook page, Comic Book Straight Talk on Facebook, share it, and in your comments put the keyword.
Okay. Do we have a keyword for this show?
I'm thinking the keyword for this show would be tickler.
Oh no! Instead of tickler, how about pin?
Pin?
Yeah, it's short. PIN.
Pin.
Pin
All
is
right,
the keyword.
How about Gotham?
Okay. No, pin is the keyword.
Keyword is pin.
PIN.
Yep.
Pin.
Now, what we're going to do is we will
Not a very funny one.
we will draw the names, and then the winner will
Receive a book.
receive a book. Yeah, we've got some graded.
We got some graded
9/8.
9/8. We've got some pretty decent sized keys.
Yeah, we've got some sets that I've got that we're going to put
Little
together.
miniseries sets.
I'm already
Yes,
commenting,
yes,
sharing the page right now.
Yep. Terry's created.
Unfortunately, you don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm ineligible.
Tickler's
ineligible.
ineligible.
We'll give
But
you
yeah.
Strawberry Shortcake number 1.
All right, I'll settle for strawberry.
But definitely like the page, share the page, enter the keyword PIN, and you're in the drawing. We'll probably do the drawing quarterly, once a month. What do you
Probably
want to
once a month.
do?
Yeah.
Once a month? Okay,
Yeah, so
once a month.
This is the beginning of September, or second week in September. So yeah.
Right. Okay, so second week of September, we'll do this one a 2-week one, so that way we always run the first of the month.
Yeah.
So the 1st of October,
We'll do the
we'll have our
drawing.
first winner.
Yep.
We should probably next week or 2 weeks from now, we'll announce which book.
Mhm.
So make sure you like, share, get people talking about PIN for the keyword.
Also, definitely feedback. If there's things you like, things you don't like, you want to date with the tickler, comment on our Facebook page. Let us know. Great that we're getting private things. Hey, we're doing this great, but we'd like to see, what we need to work on. If we need to dress Terry up as a clown and videotape it, we can.
Yeah, Derry has no problems being a clown.
Yeah.
Anyway, for Comic Book Straight Talk, I'm Eric the Knucklehead.
Terry the French Tickler French.
It's Captain Dalian.
And thank